Almost every man falls into the same trap, and the worst part, they don't even notice it until it's already too late. Because it's not age that slowly destroys relationships. It's something far more subtle and far more dangerous. Have you ever noticed how some men, even in their 40s or 50s, remain attractive, confident, and emotionally engaging, while others seem to fade into the background? It's not about money. It's not about looks. And it's definitely not luck. It's psychology, and almost no one talks about it. If you don't understand this, you can lose meaningful connections without ever knowing why. In this video, I'm going to break down what actually changes inside a man over time, and how that directly affects his ability to connect, attract, and sustain a relationship. These aren't surface-level tips or feel-good phrases. They're real principles, and some of them are uncomfortable. And the last one, it's the one most men ignore, and pay the highest price for. Here's the issue. Many men believe that as they get older, they should have everything figured out. More experience, more logic, more stability. But in reality, the opposite often happens. They become more closed, more rigid, more emotionally distant, and that quietly destroys attraction. Because a woman doesn't connect with your experience. She connects with how she feels when she's around you. You can have your entire life in order, but if you don't create emotion, there's no real connection. And that's where most men fail. They start believing that maturity means becoming emotionally cold. Over time, they stop taking risks. They stop expressing who they truly are. They stop feeling deeply. They build walls to protect themselves. And while that may seem logical, in relationships, it's a serious mistake. Because emotional connection requires vulnerability, not weakness. Vulnerability means being able to express what you feel, to stay present, to stop hiding behind a mask of control. But many men do the exact opposite. They become predictable, distant, hard to read, and that creates an instant disconnect. Here's something almost no one tells you. Love doesn't maintain itself. It has to be continuously built. Many men reach a certain point and think, I don't need to try anymore. And that's where things begin to decline. They stop paying attention. They stop listening. They stop noticing the small details. And without realizing it, the relationship starts to fade, not suddenly, but gradually, like a flame quietly burning out. And by the time they react, it's often too late. Here's a key truth. Attraction in a mature relationship isn't about impressing someone. It's about how you make them feel. Do you create a sense of calm, connection, understanding, but also emotion? Because without emotion, a relationship turns into routine, and routine slowly kills desire. That's why some older men achieve what seems rare. They stay interesting, they stay desired, they stay chosen, not because they're perfect, but because they continue to create real emotional experiences. Pay close attention to this. It's not about what you say, it's about how the other person feels when they're with you, your energy, your presence, your attention, the way you listen. That's everything. A man who understands this doesn't need to try hard to impress. His presence alone communicates confidence without arrogance, interest without neediness, calmness without emotional distance, and that's rare, which is exactly why he stands out. But here's the most important part. The biggest mistake men make as they grow older is stopping their emotional growth. They improve financially, they gain experience, they grow professionally, but they don't grow in how they connect, and that keeps them stuck, because relationships aren't sustained by logic, they're sustained by connection, and if you don't evolve in that area, everything else loses its value. The truth is simple, but uncomfortable. It's not your age that defines your value in a relationship, it's your ability to connect, and that's something you can learn. You can train it, you can develop it. If you truly understand this, you won't just improve your relationships, you'll completely change how people experience you. And the reality is, most people never figure this out, but now you already have the advantage.